How is everybody doing? 510 people on and rising here, so that's good. So before I get started, let's do a quick survey just so I know. You might have already done this, but where is everybody? Who's far away? Who's far? Who's in Australia? Finland. I've been to Finland, Brazil, been there. Let's see how many. Malta, I've never been. Mexico, Romania, I've been. Turkey, I've been. Germany, India, I've been. Denmark, Philippines, I've never been. Texas, I've been. Estonia, I've been there. Holland, I've been there. Tunisia, never. Paraguay, yes, I've been to Paraguay. Ireland, yes. Italy, no. Albania, nope. United Arab Emirates. I was in Dubai recently. North Carolina, I went to high school there. So I got to sign a quick document. I'm working on a deal. So if I'm distracted for 10 seconds, we're going to be talking about e-com here in a minute. I've got a presentation for you. So hold on. I got to sign something here real quick. By the way, let's do a quick, what's the most common question we have here about e-com? Is it how to pick a product? Is it how much money you need to get started? Is it what software you should run? Is it how to do Facebook ads? What is it? What is it, ladies and gentlemen? How to scale, pricing, upsells and upgrades, software. It's like ads. Okay, so I'm going to go through. We're going to talk a little about advertisement, talk about picking a product. We're going to talk about delivering the product to you drop ship, warehousing, things like that. Facebook alternatives we'll talk about. That's a good question. Okay, good. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. So everybody pay attention here. Let me see something. Give me a second. I'll just make sure. All right. Good. So I've got 28 slides for you. Okay. So let me share my screen before everybody has a heart attack. Go. All right. You should be able to see my screen here. Title: How to Become an E-commerce Certified Specialist in 4 months. Okay. Very simple. I like the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Okay. The biggest opportunity for making money, in my opinion, in 2020, without a regular job, without having to buy inventory, you may want to buy inventory, and without having to start with thousands of dollars, is e-com. So let's look. Worldwide e-com is projected to reach $4.9 trillion. Just to put that in perspective, America only does, the GDP of America is like 18 trillion. Okay. So this is massive. This is like the equivalent of like 1/3 or 1/4 of the American economy. Retail stores are going bankrupt. Let's just look at some bankruptcies here. Retail bankruptcies, what's coming, what's already happened. We got J. Crew. We got JC Penney. We got Pier 1. We've got, what else? There's 54 that we project will go bankrupt. Here's the good news. Everybody's still going to buy all this stuff. Okay? Everyone's going to keep buying this stuff. That's the key thing for you guys to understand. Not everybody is, people still buying. So what do we have? Papyrus, this company. Lucky's Market. Earth Fair. I almost bought this company right here. Pier 1. Art Van. Models. If you're from New York, this is huge, like Dick's Sporting Goods. True Religion filed for bankruptcy here. J. Crew filed for bankruptcy. Neiman Marcus, bankruptcy. There's some not even listed on here. Well, J.C. Penney, $12 billion company. Hey, look, my ad is showing here. There you go. How's that for retargeting? I hate that picture of me, but apparently they wanted to use that. Okay. People like to buy online. It's not a new trend. This is the key thing. I have a barn on my farm that I'm on my farm right now. Sears catalog 100 years ago was the equivalent of Amazon with e-com. You would go here, they'd send you this, and you would do a mail order of a barn of clothing. Okay, this one is from 1902, right here. 1902, people were buying things. They didn't want to go to stores. So everything you're seeing happening right now is built into human DNA. People go, oh, is e-com going to work? I'm like, well, it was working for Sears over 100 years ago. So the demand is actually going to increase right now. Now, you can only go so far with your own e-com store. So that's one way people go, I want to launch my own e-com store. Well, what about if people were paying for your advice as an e-com consultant? So you don't have to even have your own store per se. Okay, you could charge people $2,000 per month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. As you build more experience, you could build people a Shopify store for them. So there's 3 types of e-commerce. Let me just add a slide here. There's 3 types of e-com that you can get into. And everybody always thinks of, number 1 is physical products, and everyone thinks of that. But number 2 is digital. Think about Netflix. You don't get a physical product, but it's an e-commerce business, okay? So Amazon is mostly physical products. They do have a few digital products, and they do have a competitor, Netflix, but their core revenue is from digital, and then you have services. So an example of services would be this Zoom call, okay? I have some paid Zoom call coaching that I do. That's e-com. You don't go into a store. Consulting would be a great example. So you got 3 ways you could do this. So I just want you to know, I do all 3 of these. I have all 3. I have a physical product company. I have multiple products. We ship, I've got a company called Dress Barn that I bought last year. It's a huge company. It did $740 million in revenue last year. It's women's clothing. I have a Mentor Box is a company I have that's digital. We have over 70,000 paying members on automatic subscription. And then services, you're seeing a service right here that I'm doing with you. So I'm an example of all 3. You could just pick one if you just love the Amazon model, or if you could just do digital, or you could just do services. But I like to do all 3 over time. So why listen to me on this call? I mean, look, I'll just show you, here's Barn USA Today. This is an example of so here's an article that USA Today wrote about me and the company that I bought from. So this is dated here October 30th of last year. You can see 2019 right there under Kelly Tycho wrote this. And if you scroll down here, you will see, oops, what in the world? Sorry, I went to the wrong. You'll see right here, Tai Lopez. We believe the future of Dress Barn is bright, and we're excited to grow. So we bought it, and we built it as an e-com store. So Dress Barn here is this is a business with It's 57-year-old business, 10 million customers. Okay, this is a very, very large brand that we bought. So I have experience in e-com. Like right now, I'm shipping e-com products as we speak. I have another business called Farmer's Cart. This is a business I built about 2 years ago. It's had astronomical growth recently because give me a second. Can you guys see me? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my face.
Yeah, we can see you, Tai.
Okay. So let me share my screen again. Sorry. I'm on my farm. I have, it's called Farmer's Cart. We deliver food right to people's door. It's an online grocery store. We just added hot dogs, pulled pork. Looks good. I'm getting hungry just looking at this right there. We got other things here. We got steak, and we're getting ready to expand into about 1,000 different items. So this is another e-com business that I have. I want you to know you can have confidence that what you're about to learn is worth listening to. There's not a lot of people in e-com worth listening to. So here's a business that I have. It's called Mentor Box. It's like the Netflix of book summaries. So you watch videos, it's loading here slow. But you could see we have some of the top authors that teach inside here. This is a digital e-commerce business. So for example, we have, Ariana Huffington here. You guys may know who she is. She started the Huffington Post. She teaches. We have people who won Pulitzer Prizes, like Jared Diamond, who wrote Guns, Germs, and Steel. Here's my business partner, Alex. Here's me. And so this is grown into, we have Walmart as a customer that we do employee training and so on and so forth. So these are just a few. I have about 12 e-commerce brands that I own. I'm always looking to buy articles. So you can see, here's an article about me the New York Post wrote recently. And I'll show you here. So not only do I own brands, I own over 12 brands, all e-com. Then I do other things like real estate and things. But here's an article, LA tech investor looking to buy Blue Apron. That's me. It talks about me, making a bid to buy Forever 21 here, which is a $3.5 billion company. So what you're about to learn, I've got the experience, and there's other people, my business partner teaches in my e-com program. Everybody's has scaled an e-com brand to at least 100 million in sales. I'm not saying you guys are going to do 100 million. I want to be realistic. Not everybody's going to be able to build massive businesses, but you don't need a massive business necessarily to do well, okay? Strategies. I'm going to show you things that work across different industries. I just showed you. Mentor Box is education. Food is Farmer's Cart. Clothing is Dress Barn, okay? And we're in other verticals in addition to this. And I'm going to connect you with the things I've learned from mentors that are very hard to reach. I have learned from many people. I started out broke and living in a mobile home. My teenage years I lived in a mobile home during high school. And so sometimes people ask me like, hey, were you rich growing up? I'm like, well, I lived in a mobile home. So you can guess, I wasn't near starvation. I've been to India and I've seen people who are much worse off, but we certainly didn't have a lot of money if you live in a mobile home. It's kind of a rule of life. And so I found 5 millionaire mentors, guys like Joel Salatin, Alan Nation, people you wouldn't necessarily know. And over the years since then, there's people that I've gotten to meet and learn from. 5 of them are billionaires on the Forbes list. People like Mark Cuban, people like Tillman Fertitta, Steve Ballmer's the richest person I know, and he is either number 7 or number 11, I forget, richest man in the world. And so I'm going to connect you to the things that I learned from mentors that are very hard to reach, I promise you. Okay, and testimonials I've taught. I mean, I have a full-time person who just monitors all the testimonials from clients. Over 100 million people have watched my free training videos in 191 countries. I'm going to add that here. We just recently ran the demographics in 109 countries and well over, we'll just call it 200,000 paid students. So you're not alone here. Now, why is this so important? Let's look at it. This is from Bank of America, okay? Going back to the last recession, 2008, 2009, that era, you had e-com started to grow. Now, I started in e-com over here in 2001. A lot of people think I'm new to the business because they just started watching my YouTube videos in 2014 or 15. But I started in 2001. I started working with GE Capital, GE Financial. At the time, it was the biggest company in the world. And I started doing e-com to generate leads for a business that I started called Legacy Life Group. It was a financial wealth management company. It's still in operation, LLG Financial in Raleigh, North Carolina. I sold, me and my business partner owned it 50-50. Around this time, I sold him my half. So he owns the whole thing now. And e-com began to grow, 5, 6, 7, 8, acceleration. Look what happened right here, March 2020. It shot up to 27% growth. It's insanity. This is insanity. This is your opportunity right here. Whenever you see that right there, that little point, that's called the inflection point. That's when the world changes. Steady growth, that's great. It would have been good if you guys got into e-com here or here or here or here. But I'm telling you, if you miss right here, you'll be left behind. And that's part of why I'm doing this call, just to alert people. Back here in 2016, I started telling people, master social media. I launched a program called SMMA. It was a test group in October 2016. And I told people, I'm going to train you how to get paid to do social media for people. And it took off like you've never seen before. In fact, it took off so fast, the U.S. government gave me the trademark for SMMA. It's very hard to get a trademark fast, but so many people went through my training program. I had a paid training program that was $1,000. People went through amount. And so this was an inflection point in 2016 when social media was big. This chart is e-com, but if I had a social media one, you'd see the same thing, and you'd see this inflection point move here in 2016. So this is the first burst of social media marketing, people getting paid. You missed that first trend. I don't want you to miss this one right here, okay? That's why I'm doing this call, taking my time, giving you free training. So I just said this. I made this prediction in 2016. Some people got in. I had about 50,000 people, 50,000 people went through the paid program in the first, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 test groups. I think we had 2 or 3 test groups. I'm going to show you something. When Jeff Bezos, okay, who's now the richest person in the world, he started in e-com in 94. And just think, some people are scared, even on this call, to get into e-com in 2020. Well, this is what Jeff Bezos helped him make his decision. He calls it the regret minimization framework, okay? So let me show you what that means to you practically, all right? Let's see if I can get this quick here. So he said, in 10 years or in 50 years, will I regret not doing this? If the answer is yes, then immediately do it. If the answer is no, then don't do it. So he said, look back, pretend you're 75 years old, look back. What will you regret? And missing trends is something everybody here is going to regret. Richest man in the world, he lived his life to not have regret. And I hope those of you on the call, instead of living by fear, will live by the fear of regret, not the fear of failure. Okay, there's 4 main areas you must learn. I'm giving you kind of day 1 training I'm pretending you're in my e-com certified specialist program. I have a paid program, and I'm going to give you guys a preview of kind of what you need to learn. So if you want to do this on your own and you don't want to be in my paid program, fine. You must create mastery in these 4 areas. I call them the 4 Ps: product, pricing, promotions, and placement. Now, just so you know, there's 3 more Ps. There's actually 7 Ps, but that's much more advanced. I don't want you guys to get lost. So the 4 Ps are what I teach people to start. And then there's 3 more advanced Ps to build out a complete. If you want to build a large business, you need to understand the 7 Ps. Okay, so product. What I care about is 2 things. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a preview here. Let me ask this chat. I'm going to switch to chat. What do you think is the number 1 most important thing when it comes to e-com and making money? The number 1. Just guess. I'm gonna see if anybody will guess it. AOV, reading people, dependency, demand, that's getting warmer, conversions, marketing, price. I see a few of you have been through this before, so you're cheating. Yeah. Funnels, ROI, visibility, research, grinding, customer, execution, money, avatar, value. I'm going to tell you what the number 1 thing is. If you want to make money, I'm not promising anybody here you're going to become a billionaire. Not even promising you're going to become a millionaire. Not everybody's going to become a millionaire. Some people will in this world. I mean, there's 10, 20 million millionaires in this world, even more, I think. So somebody does. But if you want to make, my goal is financial independence for my students, because I'd rather under promise and over deliver. So I'm not going to just say, oh, you're going to be the next Jeff Bezos. But I'm going to tell you this. If you want to make real money in this game, grit, cash flow, it's this. I'll put it up here. Please memorize this. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to show you. Which of these 2 products do you think are more likely to sell? Okay. Option A, coffee. Or option B, what's something I've seen somebody sell recently? I know somebody that does sell sandals. Which of these 2 businesses would you like to spend the next year of your life building? I'm just curious. What do we got? Let's say you had a choice. What are you going with? Coffee or sandals? Let's see this chat. I want to know, and I want the reason. Don't just say, oh, this is like, what is the reason? Coffee, sandals, coffee. Coffee is a drug. You're getting warmer. Okay. Coffee with an MLM company. What you want is what's a residual. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I go with. I'm going with addictive products. Addictive. What's more addictive? Coffee or sandals? Coffee, right? What is the thing? Has anybody ever woken up and been like, if I don't get my sandals, I'm going to flip the fuck out? No. But every single day, my stepdad was addicted to coffee. If he didn't get his coffee, he would get headaches. He would get moody. It was insane. I was going, good God. I was 14 years old thinking I need to sell coffee. So I said, I don't drink coffee. Well, that's fine, but I don't use all the products that I sell. I have Dressbarn as women's clothing. I don't wear women's clothing. Maybe I should, but maybe in the modern world, everybody's supposed to wear women's clothing, but I stick with men's clothing. Okay? But I sell women's clothing because clothing is addictive also. sandals specifically, I wouldn't open a sandals only website unless I was a beginner. Some of you are beginners and it's fine. But I just am making a point. Coffee is more addictive. So if you got a choice, do coffee type businesses. Now, the second thing is you need to understand the word here. So for here, I'm looking for addictive is my first, ethically, by the way. Don't sell drugs. Okay, that's addictive. But my dad was a drug dealer. He was in prison when I was born. So in Terminal Island in Long Beach, California. So I grew up going to visit my dad in an island prison because he had the right idea, addictive. You know, he sold cocaine. He was from Harlem, New York, but he went to prison for multiple years for accidentally selling to an undercover FBI agent across state lines. So that's why he got put in a federal prison. And so you need to be, sorry, not ethnically, ethically. Okay, the second thing is right here, large TAM. Who knows what TAM, T-A-M means? T-A-M, put it in the comments. Let's look here. What's the total addressable market? That's what TAM stands for. Total coffee revenue globally. Let's just look. How much does coffee do? Okay. $100 billion. I'm not sure if that's right, but let's just say 100 billion. Okay. Now let's take total sandals. I don't even know if this will come up, but how much sandals? So the footwear market is 320 billion for sure, but I'm talking about just sandals. Let's see. Let's see here how big flip-flops are. I always do this research. Come on now. Here we go. They're expected to reach 1 billion. Is that right? 1,000 million is 1 billion. Oh, sorry. 10 billion. 10 billion. That's 10 billion. If my math is correct. It's 10,000 million. So if we look here, what sandals is 1/10 of the size of coffee. Damn it, I hope my damn thing doesn't restart. That's majorly annoying while I'm doing this call. Okay, any questions on this? I need to teach you this right here. I've given you some preview. Now, pricing. Most important thing you can do, and very few people do this, is you have to figure out what price range you want to be in. I'll give you guys a little clue here. If we look at sandals and we go to Google Shopping, what is our average price point here for things like sandals? Okay, you can see that as low as 13 bucks from Old Navy. Looks like the most expensive at the front is about 50 bucks. So here's a 55 Birkenstock. Looks like my average price point is about 20 bucks. I don't always like price points that average around 20, although you could sell people other things to increase your cart value. Now let's look at coffee here. If we go back to our coffee situation and we just look at Google Shopping, what's our average price point? That says $5,000. I don't know what, oh, that's a pallet. Ha! Somebody these people are addicted enough, they're getting a pallet of $5,000 worth of coffee, probably for restaurants. Okay, if I look here, it looks like my average price point is between 40 and 100. You know, I got 59 here. This is actually my friend's company, Keon and Greenfield. But right up here at the top, Bulletproof. This is Dave Asprey, another acquaintance of mine. I don't know these people here, but I like this price point a little better. I like 40 bucks, 50 bucks as my minimum average cart value. It's harder to make money at 20 bucks. You can do it, but it's harder to run cold traffic to it. So, you know, here, I want you to get what price range, what price range is optimum. Some of you are going to start out with a really high price point product. I've seen that a lot where beginners start out and they charge $2,000 or $1,000 and they just never get anywhere. All right, marketing, the third P. We got everything. We got email marketing, text marketing. Now, if you notice here on Dress Barn, look, we're grabbing your email and your SMS. Let's see if some of these other businesses know what they're doing. Let's look at Old Navy. It's a pretty big brand, but I bet you they suck at e-commerce. All these companies suck at e-commerce, just like every one of them. Let's look here. Let's look at a brand of sandals that I've never heard of. Air Cloth. Okay. But here's Old Navy's website. Look at this. Everything's out of stock. They're having problems getting their fulfillment. This is coming out of China, man. So that's a problem. You don't really want to have everything out of stock. The only thing, I mean, women, there's not that many women who wear size 10. Very strange. Okay, here's a brand called Airy Drive. Maybe I should know this brand. There's no words written about it. No, this is the description. Look at that horrible description. Item code 555. Upper material PU. I mean, who the heck built this site? You guys could beat sites like this all day long. What is this? Negative 70%? That's not even how you should say it. You should say 70% off. Negative sounds like something's wrong. Now notice, I've been on Old Navy this whole time and no pop-up has tried to grab my email address. That's a mistake. So these companies are not good at email, SMS, Facebook, Google ads. Me and my business partner spent $600 million on these right here. Social media, virality, understanding funnels, having a phone sales team. There's so much to this. I'm not going to go over training and everything, but I want you to kind of understand, placement. How do you deliver? Should you drop ship this? Should you source it domestically? Should you source it globally? Should you ship it from your own warehouse? Should you ship it from your own home? What apps and plugins do you need on your website? Which platform do you use? WordPress or ClickFunnels or Shopify or WooCommerce or Magento, all these different ones, okay? These are important questions. Let's look here. Let's look what Airy, I'm going to show you guys a little ninja trick here. You go to this site called Built With, and we can instantly figure out what software they're using to run their site. So let's just look through here. Bookmark this. This is a little free gift I'm giving you, builtwith.com. So they've got Facebook Pixels, Google Pixels, fine. They're using that. We know they're using Google. They've got a live chat bot. That's fine. They've got some PayPal. They're getting. So they have their own custom software, it looks like, which is fine, maybe, but they shouldn't be doing that. I mean, I use my custom software on my personal website simply because on TaiLopez.com we do a lot of the advanced stuff, but if I have a physical product, you should be on Shopify in general. Okay, so these people do not fear this competition. Okay, let's see if this site gets any traffic. We'll go to a website called Similar Web. Another free gift I'm giving you guys, a tool here on the free call. Sometimes people are like, I want free advice. I'm giving it to you as we speak. Let's see if Airy Cloth gets any traffic here. Now, this is not 100% accurate, but this gives you kind of a basic 8,000. The country in Poland, they're very large. Okay. They're the number 6,000th website in Poland. So they're doing about according to this, 600,000 uniques. Notice the country, it's mostly Polish and Brazilian traffic, which is kind of strange to me that they would focus on those countries, but that's fine. I like to focus where the most money is. North America, Western Europe, I do agree with going global, but you want your core market right here, North America and Europe are about, well, the GDP of North America, the U.S. is the equivalent about of the GDP of all of Europe combined. So you're looking at about half the world's revenue comes from GDP is in these two places, and then the whole rest of the world is the other. The global GDP is about 80 billion. So you got 20 billion here, 20 billion there. That's 40. So I think they're not selling at all in the U.S. So that's a big mistake, in my opinion. But you can learn a lot about people. Let's look what good old Navy.gap.com. What a stupid domain name. Jeez. I'm like, you're really gonna put a subdomain? Just bizarre. But whatever. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Nothing even comes up because it's a subdomain. Gap is gonna be big. Gap.com. So look at the ranking here. I mean, Gap's massive. Very large. Let's see what their uniques are. Look at that. Good God. Monster. That's a lot. That's more than Victoria's Secret. So here's the insane thing. They're a massive company. They're too much in the U.S., by the way. They're 98% to 4% U.S. That's too much. Massive company, but they don't even have their website built right. Look at this. 2 sizes. Product details. Yeah, you can beat these guys. All these big companies are going to fail anyway. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Have I been far away here? I've had the wrong phone mixing. All right. Questions real quick. Sorry, I was getting some other check. I can hear you. Somebody asked for a new gold nugget. Similar web. I just gave you one. Similar web. Who here was using similar web before now? A free website. That's a free nugget. I mean, all these little tricks that I have up my sleeve, I have hundreds. I'm giving you 1 or 2. You bring all those together, that's how you make money. It's not just tricks, but it's kind of tricks. You know, everybody knows Michael Jordan. If you watch the documentary, the basketball player, he had so many tricks. Some of my friends, I had a basketball trainer, a guy named Pooh Richardson, who played pro basketball for 10 years, played for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he played for the Clippers. He was an all-star 1 year, average 18 points a game. He told me, he said, Tai, when I first played Michael Jordan, my rookie year, my first game was against Michael Jordan. And, he said, you know what Michael Jordan would do? He'd get the ball, and Kobe Bryant does the same thing. He would get you leaning on him, and he would hook you. He would come around and go past you, but he would use his arm to push you away. It was legal. In fact, when Michael Jordan hit the game-winning shot against the Utah Jazz, it's very famous. The guy guarding him falls down, and Jordan hits the last shot. But if you watch it slowly, Jordan pushes the guy out of the way. So there's tricks to success. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to e-commerce, if you don't have those tricks, you're always going to lose. And I've been doing this since 2001. So similar web, that's not even my main trick. I'm not even giving you guys my ultimate tricks. I'm not stupid. But I give a lot of, I tell people, I give away about 80% of what I know. I'm never going to give away 100% of what I know. I'm honest. I'm blunt like that. But 80% of what I know is going to get you real far. You know? Going to get you real, real far. Okay. Where are we here? Questions. Does anybody have a question for me? Give me a second here. how to build a store, how to sell an online item. Okay, so here's the good news for you. It's very easy now, right now, today, to build a actual e-com store. It was so hard when Jeff Bezos started. It cost $100,000 to build a basic website. Right now, you can build websites for free. Someone wants a Facebook ad strategy. All right, let's talk about the third P here. Let me go back to my screen. I'm going to teach you a little bit more. So right here, promotions. Let's talk about ads for a second. Okay. So I want to just show you something. All advertising, all this is mostly the mastery of psychology. Okay. If you know how to if you know psychology, you'll know promotions and marketing. And if you don't understand psychology, no matter how many Facebook ad courses you take or books you read, you will always suck. And part of the reason that I'm able to do ads that make a lot of money, I've had ads that have made, one ad has made, I won't even say the real number, but let's just say I've had one ad that makes 20 million in revenue, just one. And that's understating it. So how do you do that? Is it about Facebook ad targeting? A little bit. Picking the right audience. Is it about retargeting? A little bit. Is it about, understanding the KPIs, the key performance and, metrics that you want? It's psychology. So at the end of the day, let me just show you something. So let's just look at some of the best commercials of all time. Oops, sorry for my spelling. Okay, so let's just go and just look at some things that really made a lot of money. Actually, let me just call it advertisements here so we get more than. And if you want to be good at something like Facebook ads is an auction system. So auction systems are hard to beat because if somebody's better than you, then they'll outbid you. I want to show you a funny one that I saw the other day that just cracked me up. Look at this one. Talk about a good ad. Now, I don't know if you could run this in America, but where is it? Well, here's a great one. Look at this ad. Let me show you this one right here. It's a van. It says picks up 5 times more women than a Lamborghini. And then it has a guy in here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women. It's a play on words. It's funny. And boy, I guarantee you that ad worked, at least to get people calling a dealership. That's just a great, great ad. A great ad. There's a funny one. Let me see. It's a Porsche one. Let me see if I can find this Porsche commercial. This is hilarious. There you go. Look at this one right here. Small penis, have I got a car for you? If you're going to overcompensate, then by all means, overcompensate with a loaded 1989 913 Carrera 4. I mean, that is so smart. The psychology is attention. That's going to grab attention. It's simple. Simplicity. There's when it comes to psychology, you have what's called the 25. I'm going to make a new slide. When it comes to psychology, you have what I call the 25 cognitive triggers, we'll call them. Some people call them biases. I'll call them triggers or biases. I'm getting a little more advanced, so if you feel lost, that's okay. So you have biases like Pavlovian response. You have things like senescence bias, chemical bias, altruism, reciprocal bias. This one used one called availability bias. You have liking, disliking bias. So if you really want to learn this game, this is a deeper conversation we can have. But at the end of the day, you can make a Facebook ad all day long and you can lose all your money. You can also make a Facebook ad and make $1 trillion. I'm joking. Nobody makes $1 trillion, but you get my point. So I hope each of you, the key things that you begin to go, how do I read people? What makes people do stuff that I'd like them to do? How do I get people to buy my coffee? How do I get people to buy my sandals? Well, it's not as simple as just putting an ad on Facebook. Someone should have said, shouldn't spend more than $5 a day on Facebook ad campaign. Well, if you don't have much money, you can start with $5. But, I have ad accounts where I spend, $50,000 a day or $100,000 a day. Okay. So there's no rule. It has to be profitable. Okay. It has to be profitable before you can spend. And $5 you can start with. That's a little bit low. Someone said you can test ad copy, test ad images, test ad placement. Yes. But if you don't understand psychology, you'll just end up testing stupid things all the time. And that's what I see, What's your advice for starting a monthly box subscription service? It's trickier than you think. Many people have tried. I've had a mentor box started out as a subscription service with a monthly box. We found that the conversion rate's much lower. Farmer's Cart started out forcing you to buy a set of food like Butcher Box does, but we found it's better to let people buy a la carte. So I'm not completely sold on the subscription box service. There are ones that have done well, but most of them have fizzled out over time. What's the best way to master psychology? That's a great question. I mean, I learned psychology by hiring a mentor named Dr. David Buss, who was the head of evolutionary psychology at Harvard. That's how I learned it the best way. And then I began to put it in practice to learn to read people. I developed my own system called the PACE system. I'll show you guys. For those of you who get in the program, I'll teach you this system, that PASE. So especially when you're doing face-to-face calls, there's 4 types of people, in my opinion, in my system. Action, it's a real simple system. So each of you would have a dominant. So like my personal style is called APES, APES. So my strongest is action. My second strongest is practical. My third is emotional, and my fourth is social. Okay. It doesn't mean, even though social is my weakest, it doesn't mean I don't know how to be social. It just means that in general, most of my social, I don't just go to a bar and hang out for, without knowing somebody. I'm not social. Some of you, like if you go on a date and the date doesn't show up, you'll just stay at the restaurant and meet new friends. That's a high social. A high emotional, who here is sensitive? Be honest. By the way, the E's in this group will probably not admit their E's. The number one way I know somebody's an E is they won't admit it. If you say you're emotional, they get butthurt. They go, I'm not emotional. I'm like, are you being emotional about being emotional? Action takers, that's my primary. I've never had a problem with really procrastinating like most people. But about 25% of the population is like me. I like new things. Some of you, especially if you're practical or emotional, you're watching this going, oh, I don't know if I want to get into e-com. You're sensitive. What if it doesn't go well? If you're highly practical, you won't start anything until you know 1 million. You have to know everything about it. So by the time you ever catch a trend, Jeff Bezos is action. He started in 94. There's practical people out here still trying to figure out if e-commerce works 26 years later. Even though Jeff Bezos, I'll show you something. If you go here to the Forbes list, richest people in the world, e-commerce, number 1. Number 2, e-commerce. Number 3, not really e-com. Warren Buffett, hard to say. He has 92 brands, so I'll leave him out. Larry Ellison, e-com. So when we look here, we have 3 out of the top 4 wealthiest people in the world are all e-com. Then you have Ortega, he's not really e-com, with Zara. Then you have Mark Zuckerberg, who's really the richest person in the world, because Mark Zuckerberg is only 35 and has $70 billion. He's e-com. Then you have the Walton family. They started out with no e-com, and now Walmart is basically the second largest e-com competitor, or one of, I think they're number 2, competing with Amazon. Steve Ballmer, he is e-com. So when we look at it, if we take Warren Buffett out because he's complicated to classify, the top 10 are 1 e-com, 2 e-com, 3 e-com, 4 e-com, 5 e-com, 6 e-com, 7 e-com, 8 e-com. So 8 out of 10 are e-com. But if you're practical and you're watching this, you're still not sold. You're like, I don't know. Even if you have COVID come, which has made e-com shoot up astronomically, some of you are emotional and you're afraid. What if it doesn't work? What if something happens? If you're social, you're more like flaky. Not in a bad way, but social people get all excited to do stuff but never follow through because they're too busy. They kind of have like ADD. Okay. So that's a simple way to read people. When I build out my website, I'm looking to capture the PASE people. So, the practical people, I'm looking to make it very clear. You're only $75 away from free shipping, for example. I'm making everything clear. Here's a code to get free jewelry. We have a deal of the day. Here's a way to pay. For those who are emotional, quad pay. So you don't have to pay anything now. Emotional people are always afraid they're going to go broke. For action people, we always keep, when you're on the website or on the app, we float the buy button or a click button. It's very easy. Shop the look, shop the look. So for action takers, we make it easy to take action. And for those who are social, we have smiling faces. Some websites chop off the heads of the models, and we think that then you're losing the 25% of planet Earth that's social. So having a smiling model like we have here, we believe, look, we have a double price drop here that increases conversions. So there's just so many tools we have up our sleeve to really make things. And we have a better overview. Oh, so soft and sweet lounge style. Look at this stupid one on Gap. This is Gap. They don't know what they're doing on their e-com. Look at their product details. It just says faux leather, T-strap upper, adjustable buckled ankle strap. That's it. There's no pizzazz to it. We got a little, the dainty drawstring of the waist adds style to this relaxed, if you want to be matchy, pair with the drawstring, heathered navy pat. So, it's like, and we also have the details for the practical people. You guys seeing this? Are you guys getting value from this? I haven't even shown stuff like this for a long time. This is like real deal. This is how you make money. I'm giving you the nitty gritty that I promise no e-com person's going to teach you. I guarantee you. Sometimes I tell people, it's like, okay, always ask your e-com teacher to show you some revenue. Like, how much have they done this month or this week? I'll show you one of my e-com brands. I'm not going to say which one it is. It's not my largest e-com brand. It's on my largest revenue, but so here's like this month so far. This one's done. Let me turn down the brightness. I'll just show you an actual. This isn't a screenshot. I'll cover the name. This is my Shopify store. I'll refresh it so you see that it's real. It's 1.3 million in revenue this year, 25,069 orders. So we've shipped out 25,000 boxes in 19 days. Okay, so we're here. You can see. Let's just look yesterday. How many people, visited our website yesterday? Refresh it again. This is on yesterday. It's 112,000 visits. 112,000. And that's actually a low day. 103,000 unique people came. So what I'm showing you, like I said, this is in the trenches. Like, I'm in the trenches every day here. So, and this isn't my biggest revenue brand that I have. Okay. But I don't like to show my biggest one. Sometimes that intimidates people. I'm just showing you one shipping, a lot of stuff, a lot of opportunity here. A lot of people are shopping right now. So let's switch back. Let me finish up this presentation before it gets too long here. So if you want some expert help and guidance, I'm going to do a special that's only for this live call. Okay, so for the duration of this live call, and I think my computer is going to reboot in about an hour or about 45 more minutes. So you're going to get 4-month program, okay, taught by experts, each of them, the teachers, my business partner, myself, Rudy, and our guest teachers, they have to have at least generated 100 million from their e-commerce activities, okay? So certification program, so there's an exam at the end, an online quiz. If you fail it, don't have a heart attack. You got to wait a week to study again, but it's a real deal. I'm not just going to hand out a certification, not like true false questions. You got to actually like know some stuff. Okay. But just think of the power of you having the confidence that now you have a real skill. You can use this to get a job too. You don't have to start your own business, by the way. Okay. How does it work? It's pretty simple. Online lessons. You can access it from your laptop, from your iPad, from your iPhone, whatever you've got. It's self-paced learning, so you can go slow or fast. You have 1 year to complete it. So 4 months is the shortest, 12 months is the longest. It's an annual program. I don't want people to take too much time. It's 1/10 of the time of a college degree. College degrees are generally 4 years for undergrad. This is 4 months. This is 100th the price of college. Don't even get me started. New York NYU Business School, Stern Business School, one of the most respected schools in the world. My program's less than $1,000. They have a digital degree you can get taught by a professor. Me and my business partner, Alex, have done more e-com revenue than all college professors in the world combined. I don't know why you'd want to learn from a college professor. Some things I like to learn from a college professor. You learn, academic things, art history, grammar. Maybe if you want to be an accountant or a medical doctor, but even a medical doctor, they make you do an internship. They make you do a residency to learn from doctors that are actually in the hospital. But guess how much NYU Business School for undergrad? It's $125,000. Okay. So compared to that, this is more than 100th of the price. More than 100th of the price. Ongoing training. We continually add new content. Remember, this is not a college accreditation. I didn't go to college, so I'm not gonna offer you a college degree. I don't even have one myself. Some of you who think college is super important, be my guest. I know a girl who's in NYU Business School. I wouldn't even hire her as an intern. She's already spent $60,000 or $90,000 on her degree, and she just memorizes anything. It's like insane. It's insane how much she's wasted her time. She knows nothing. I saw her one of her exams, or her homework, and I was like, do you understand any of this? She's like, no. Okay. Next thing. I consider this the dream. I'm not saying I'm not selling you a dream, although maybe I am. Sometimes people go, Tai, are you selling a dream? I don't know. What should I sell you? A nightmare? What's college sell you? The dream. You spend 120 grand. Now you have a college degree, and every job you go to will just hire you and pay you so much money. Is that true? High school, the dream. You're going to learn. We're going to prepare you for the world, man. You're going to come out of high school and you're going to get it. Who knows anything out of high school? Did they teach you how to buy real estate? Did they teach you how to review a contract? Teach you how to invest in the stock market? Did they teach you how to buy a business? Did they teach you how to sell a business? Did they teach you how to build a business? Did they teach you anything practical? Did they teach you how to do your own taxes? So I consider the dream for most people is health, wealth, love, happiness. And I can tell you, it's hard to have health, love, and happiness working right when you don't have wealth. And when I say wealth, let's not even use the word wealth. I just use it because it rhymes. Health, wealth, love, happiness. Financial independence. So this program is, if you're already a business owner, is going to help you succeed. If you don't have a business, it's going to help you grow your own successful business. Set your own hours. And you can use this to get a job. Some of you are very conservative. If you have skill, you know how you get a raise at your job? You know stuff that nobody else knows, you know? So everything is set up for you to learn and apply. We've got instant, every week we've got a couple hours of expert content. You go through it. The next week we've got boom, boom, boom. It's very simple. And I want you to apply these concepts right away and start making some sales. That's my goal. I need you making sales. I need you starting. I don't care if you only make $1. It's a special time in history, my friends. A very special time. Total retail sales, just look at this. 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. This is, by the way, trillions. Now, you might say, well, retail, I thought retail is disappearing. No, retail is still there. It's just going to be online retail. So you're catching this massive trend. We're it's going up 1 trillion at a time. That's insanity. This is your chance. Freedom lifestyle, baby. Unlimited income. And I'm just telling you, when I say unlimited, obviously there's some kind of a limit. Nobody's going to go and make $100 billion off what you learn here. But this is the inception point. This is the beginning point. Learn to make an extra $10 a month. Then add a zero to it. Challenge yourself to earn an extra 100. Add a zero to that if you want. Figure out how to make your first 1,000. When I started, I was making $0 and sleeping on a couch, and I had less than $50 in my bank account. Didn't have a car, didn't have a college degree. E-com changed my life. It took me 9 months to go to 6 figures. That's my personal story. Some of you will do it faster, and some of you will do it slower. Within 9 months, by 2002, I was making 6 figures. I was making between 6, 7, 8,000, sometimes 10,000 a month. But I remember, boy, I'll tell you what I remember. The thing that I knew my life changed. I was in this mobile home, didn't have my own bedroom, nothing, didn't have a closet. I just liked sleeping on a couch and had stuff there. And I started making money. The first thing I did was get a place in Raleigh, North Carolina. I just, with 2 other guys, Navon Nee and the other guy's name, I don't remember his last name. Anyway, he was a crazy guy, but we all had the same birthday, believe it or not. We were like Craigslist. We all got a place together, and I was like, man, I have my own place. And then I bought my own car, Mitsubishi Galant, used for $5,000. And I remember going, $5,000. I remember signing the paperwork for payments. It was $150 or something a month, and I was like, should I sign this? Like, that's insane. $150 a month. Then I was dating this girl, and I had a chance to go to Puerto Rico. I used to be a professional salsa dancer, okay? And they had the World Conference. And my brain from growing up was so used to not having any money that I just went, oh, I can't go to Puerto Rico. And then I was like, wait a second, I'm making $6,000 to $10,000 a month, 6, 7, 8,000. And I said, yeah. And I told this girl I was dating, her name was Shara. I said, Shara, you want to go to Puerto Rico? She's like, I can't. My friend Amanda is in town. And I said, well, I got enough money. I'm going to buy a ticket for Amanda. And she's like, yeah. And it changed my life, man. Freedom. From that trip to Puerto Rico was the beginning of me understanding real freedom, So who is this for? I told you, if you want to be an entrepreneur, start your own brand. You can use this as an employee to get a better job, ask for a raise, and you can use this as a consultant to advise other people and you can even do it as an agency as well. So I'm about to give you everything you need: insider strategies, marketing, scaling techniques, templates, copy. These are exact things you can cut and paste and use. So let me just give you kind of an overview, preview on it. So I'm going to show you the number one secret that helps you increase your sales. I already gave it to you. So that's the preview. You got that today. Addictive. I'm going to show you how to continually pick products that have an ethical addiction to them. I'm going to show you a few there's one specific advertising trick that basically gets me almost free leads on Facebook. Like one of my businesses it was costing about $4 to get a lead. and I got it down to 60 cents. Okay. It was a team that I hadn't fully trained yet that works for me. And I stepped in one day, and now we got it between 40 and 80 cents. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to show you the psychology hacks. Okay. So if you're new and you want to be a consultant and somebody says to you how much experience you have, I'm going to show you exactly how to reverse that on them and get them as a customer, even though you don't have a lot of experience. I'm going to show you plugins, apps, and templates to use. Very important. You can install these. Some of them are free. They're very easy. You can get some of them up on your site in 10 minutes. And believe it or not, Old Navy doesn't even know this. They should take my course seriously. They teach some of my YouTube videos at Harvard. At Harvard Marketing, they used it. I get kids being like, "There's my professor's teaching your videos." Trending products. You got to know how to find trending products. I'll show you some techniques that you can use on Amazon, for example, Google Shopping, some reverse engineering to find trends. You want to always be selling stuff that not everybody's selling quick. We're going to talk about scaling advertising. Scaling, this is so hard for people. Sure, you can spend, $100 on Facebook and make a 3 ROAS or 4 ROAS, but can you spend, 40,000 a day? This becomes much trickier for people. I'll show you for one of my brands here. I'll just show you an example. So this is Google ads, which is similar to Facebook ads. I'll show you guys an example of what I sell, what I spend in scale on advertising. I'll just do yesterday. I don't even know what we spent. I'm going to show you how to use, okay. So let's see what yesterday was. All right, here's one of my brands. I'll show you this. So I want you to know that I think everybody knows that I know how to scale on advertising. So there's yesterday's, let me turn the brightness down. So it's can you guys see that? $27,700 on YouTube ads yesterday. Let me turn it down the brightness more so you can see it for sure. Can you guys see that now? There you go. 27,000, that's yesterday. So I'm going to show you how to scale. And someone said, I hear you're the ad master. I'm not sure if I'm the ad master. There's me and my business partner, Alex, on our peak month in our careers, we spent 17 million in a month on Facebook and YouTube, Google, and affiliate. So our marketing budget was 17 million for a few different businesses all combined. What words to never use on your pop-up? The words that we use when we pop up here get us so many more conversions than the average website. It's insane. I'm going to show you a very, very important plugin. I mentioned plugins. You got to have this one. Nobody has it, and it costs less than $10. I'm going to go through the 10 commandments of Facebook advertising. This is one that I only have shared in the past at a $2,000 event, meaning each person paid $2,000 to be there. I'm going to show you how to get your first 100,000 followers on your social media. My Instagram has which obviously my personal brand is one of my brands. I have 2.9 million subscribers or followers. And you don't have to get 2.9 million, but it's good if you really want to build a brand, you need to get ideally to 100,000 followers. You don't have to have it on day one here. I'm at 2.9 million followers there. Okay. So, the one thing that 90% of websites on the internet are lacking that's destroying their reputation. Okay. You can set it up to fix it in 20 minutes. I'll show you how to quickly test your content, your ads. It's so important to know how to experiment. I'll show you the scientific methods that I use. I use a 7-step process to split test. I'm going to give you an SMS template that not only gives you 97% open rate, because SMS always gets an open rate, but more importantly, converts in sales. Okay. I'm going to talk about how to buy products and services and resell them. We on Dress Barn, for example, we do not manufacture all of these ourselves. Some of these are drop shipped. Some of them we manufacture in Asia, and some of them we manufacture now in the United States, and some in Turkey. So I'm going to talk to you about how to get the products. Okay. How to get repeat buyers. So, man, if you just get people to your website once, like this website right here, looks like I might buy here one time. And I really think I also think this is idiotic. Get 5% off. That's like the worst psychology. Nobody's ever excited about 5% off. At least do 10% off, or at least do like $75 store credit or things like that. The omnipresence retargeting system. Remember I showed you one of these shows my face somehow. You got to know how to retarget with advertising. I'm going to show you how to, I call that omnipresence. Some people call it retargeting. I'm going to talk about how to turn your social media followers into your biggest fans that actually do sales for you. Okay. All right. So now you can get, I'm going to put a link up here, and then I'm going to answer some more questions. You can get early access. This is the second test group is now open. You missed the first test group. Okay, so you missed out on some stuff that I'm only ever giving to that first test group. So I just want you to know, like, I'm opening this up, but you already snooze, you lose with me. I like to reward people who get in first. I feel like it's very fair. So, but you're getting, trust me, this is the best thing out there. Guarantee that. We got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Getting certification, you're getting thousands of dollars worth of content. So I'm going to put this link here. You got a full 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So you go to tailopez.com/start. And I'm going to throw in a bonus. That's just for the duration of this call. By the way, I may get cut off because if you saw my phone's rebooting, my computer's rebooting. If I do, then I'm just going to, that'll be the end. Okay, whatever comes first. By the way, I'm going to read the name of some people who are getting into this test group right now. I'll just read the name. You go to tailopez.com/start. Very simple. And as quickly as you can enter your credit card, it's SSL encrypted. You'll be in the program. You can start literally today. Like today is the beginning, my friend. Now, I'm going to throw in a bonus only for this call. So here's 7 bonuses. This one right here is the most important that you're only getting. This gets taken away only for duration of this live call. If you want to test me, you can come back when 30 minutes after we're done with this live call. This is going to be gone. You will not get this. You know how in that show, like how to, what's it called? How to Become a Millionaire or what? It's like they give you like phone a friend thing. So people pay $1,000 for this for in the more advanced levels. I'm going to give you 14 days. While you're here, you can text and we'll help you. I've got me and 2 other guys. We answer the text so you can phone a friend. So that's a bonus. Like I said, that you can buy this later. You can buy this as an upgrade, but I believe it's either $9.99 or $14.90. It's either $1,000 or $1,400. So, but I want to kind of give you everything I can to ensure your success. So you're going to get these 7 bonuses. You get a live Q&A with me every Friday. Okay. And ask any questions you want. That's a group situation. For the duration of this call, those of you who get in, you're going to get one-on-one SMS coaching. You can ask questions if you're stuck, if something's not working. I'm going to give you 7 cut and paste e-commerce sales templates. I'm going to give you my PACE system. That's what I was telling you about, psychology, practical, action, social, emotional. I'm going to give you what I call the cash codes for text messaging. Legally, you got to do it. I'm going to give you a niche report. What do I think are the top 10 niches that you should be launching a business in? And I'm going to give you a simple list, okay, of the 9 books and movies that will make you smarter, in my opinion. You can't be stupid to make money. Don't ever let somebody tell you. You're going to have to train your brain, man. You're going to have to train your brain. So there's some books and movies that I watch over and over that I feel like reprogram my brain for success. So let me read the names of people getting in the test group. Hold on. And then I want to answer some Q&A and do a little more training. what is it? I got my own app. Okay. We've got Vanessa Hollander from Orangestand, Aruba. Welcome to the group. Awesome. We've got Jose Caramo in Cypress, Texas. Welcome to the group. Hassan Tuka in Tours, France. This is a little app. You can see that I get all my sales. Andrew Mariata, no location. Talisha. Oh, that's a different program. Hold on. Ruben Concisa in Porto, Portugal. I've been there. That's a cool place. That's where they make port wine. Mael Stadler in Las Vegas. Welcome to the group. Carlos Alberto. Oh, no, that's a different program. Sorry. Armando Guevara in South Pasadena, California. Nahom Andemariam in both Buford, Georgia. Welcome to the group. Robert Roman, Hollywood, Florida. Welcome to the group. Rodria Hines in Los Angeles. Welcome to the group. Alberto Espinoza, Hopkins, Minnesota. Gilbert Ruiz, Phoenix, Arizona. Tiana Mugerwa from Kensington, England. Jeremy Stewart, Alexandria, Virginia. Hi, I'm in Virginia. Janelle Francis, Birch Run, Michigan. Welcome to the group. R. Amritashnu from Pune, India. That's where my brother went to high school, believe it or not. So this is going to close. I'm going to be on here. I'm going to answer some questions, some frequently asked questions, do a little more training. Here we go. Carla Luteroff in Chula Vista just got in. Welcome to the group. I lived in San Diego for a few years, so I know the Chula Vista area. Naveed Khan, Washington, D.C. Welcome to the group. All right, let me answer some questions here. What's some common questions, things that you want me to cover that I didn't cover here? You got probably about 25 minutes to make your decision, simply because you're going to miss the bonus. Okay, Bo Nelson, Palm Desert, California. Welcome to the group. Maihar Maniai in Reseda, California. There's a lot of California people today. Okay. Let me answer some questions. TaiLopez.com/start. You can also just go to my website. It's right there on the middle of the page or on the top nav bar. TaiLopez.com. Okay, what's some questions? Is selling insurance a good industry to get in? I've done that business. You want to learn e-com to generate leads, or else it's really hard business, unless you want to knock on doors. Now, by the way, everybody getting in the program, make sure you schedule. The next page after you get in will be a phone scheduler. We do that as a free courtesy concierge with every person getting in the program. So my team will kind of set an orientation call with you. They'll go over, make sure. Sometimes people don't get their passwords and their email, and they're confused how to use the site. So make sure those of you getting in the program that I just read your name, make sure you schedule a time with my team. We take the time and energy to call you. So medical tourism business. I mean, you mean like going to like a clinic in Switzerland? All right, yeah. Medellin, yes. Montreal, welcome to the group. Julian Nurse, Minneapolis, welcome to the group. Smart Gift is your name? Okay. Somebody named Smart Gift from London, UK just got in. That's a cool name, man. Were you named by Kanye West? Somebody said, Ty, I'm taking the course, and the lessons are by Rudy Maurer. So the way it works is the first 30 days, you're going to get content. We call it the 30-day challenge. The first month is to get you up to speed. Okay. Then we get more advanced each month. There's 4 different people teaching, and that's important for you to know. I didn't want to do all the teaching because I want you to not just have my, perception here. So hold on. Ty, I'm loving the course. Thank you so much. Charlena Ems is in there. Ty, Cody McCrillian, the live calls, do you have to do an interview? No, everybody who gets in every Friday. You get in today, you're getting the Friday Q&A with me. You can ask any question. It can be on e-com. Sometimes people ask me about books. Sometimes people ask me about mindset. 90% of them I've been teaching. Sometimes if I'm traveling, I'll have my business partner, Alex. But you guys want to learn from Alex. Alex first e-commerce business he sold for $300 million. You can Google Zeus Alex Mayer. So one of the people you'll learn from already built and sold a $300 million business in e-com, 100% e-com. Book from your mentor, Dr. David Buss. Just read his book, Evolutionary Psychology, or he has another book called The Murderer Next Door. Lord Dale Benosa. It's America. You want to be respected, make $1 million. Yep, that's what my mentor told me. How much marketing to invest to get an e-com? Okay, for those of you started, I don't want you to think you have to start with a physical product. Oh, now I can snooze this. It's very important to me that a lot of you start a service-based business. I think more people should learn. So basically, charge a restaurant that's going broke and needs to get online. They'll gladly pay you $1,000 to $10,000 to build their Shopify store for them. They don't know how to do it. Average restaurant owner is 60 years old. You think a 60-year-old is going to build their own Shopify? I mean, maybe a few of them, but most aren't. My grandma's 102. She does not want to learn about e-com. I promise you that right now. Like no chance on earth she'll ever be like, hey, Ty, can I learn about e-com? All right, let's read some more names. Tikia Cop, in New York, New York. You're right in the middle of COVID. I hope you're okay, buddy. Stefan Andreas, no location, but the way you're spelled looks Swedish. Omer Chair in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Martin Perez in Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome to the group. Alex Chilton, welcome to the group. Houston, Texas. Tillman Fertitta, a guy that I look up to, a billionaire. He owns the Houston Rockets. He's given me some really good advice. Jericho Orlina in Wetaskiwin, Alberta, Canada. Those got people all over the world, not just Americans. Any age, by the way. Oh, Stefan Andreas is Romanian. I've been to Romania. I've been to Vlad's Castle. Romania is a cool place. You know a cool thing about e-com? You can sell anywhere. You can live. Some of you live in Nigeria. We get quite a few people from Nigeria. We get people in Nepal. We get people in India. We get people in Sri Lanka. We get people in, Poland and Estonia and Albania, in countries where there's less opportunity. But with e-com, it levels the field. You can just sell into any place you want. That's what's so cool. So I consider it a great leveler. If you're, Black, Spanish, whatever ethnicity gets a lot of racism against it, hey, e-com, when people go to Farmer's Cart and they buy food, they don't come to me and go, oh, I'm not going to buy from Tai Lopez because I don't like people with the last name Lopez. They just buy. So if there's ever been a chance for people who are poor and disenfranchised to actually do something, or maybe you're only 18 years old, who cares? With e-com, nobody cares. Okay. So have you tried ebooks? Yeah, I like ebooks. I read ebooks. Have you been in Georgia? No, but I sponsor a UFC fighter. He just won his fight on Saturday. He's from the country of Georgia, not the state. His name's Giga. He just won his third UFC fight. He wears shorts on him. I sponsor him, so it says TaiLopez.com. Although the UFC now doesn't let him wear it because they're sponsored by Reebok. So I think he wears it he can wear it when he trains and on the social media. My mom's been to Georgia, though. Can you get my program as a 16-year-old? There's no age limit. As long as your parents don't get mad, don't use their card without asking them. That happens sometimes. Okay, let's go over a website. Somebody has a website called The Meme Magic Store. Let's review a website. The Meme Magic. I don't love. Why did you put the? Does somebody else own Meme Magic Store? Did I spell it? I spelled it wrong. I just feel like, why have the word the? You only have the word the when you get your core domain name. The Meme Magic Store. Let's see here. It looks like you got a basic Shopify. You drop shipping, ketosis, Black Republican. Well, does it have anything to do with magic or no? Because magic, but then you have T-shirts. I guess that's fine. I thought it was gonna be a magic trick store. Buy the dip. You getting any sales? I think you should have a pop-up. I think you need to talk about yourself. It feels like a website I can't trust. Why don't you have an About Us page and show your face? I'm always a fan putting your face on your brand. So this is a start. There's a lot of things you can do to improve this. See, it looks like a magic trick. Never confuse people either. So never call your website, foodcentral.com and they get there and all you sell is, phone chargers. That's called congruency. It's one of the cognitive biases. When things aren't congruent with what we expect, we get scared and we don't buy. So that's my advice on this particular website is that it's incomplete. It's a good start, but you gotta finish this thing out, man. Or you just need a conversion rate, and you don't really have enough products on there, so it'll be hard to get your AOV up. AOV is average order value, or I call ICV, initial cart value. All right, let's go. Let me read some more names. We've got Laura Martinez in Girard, Pennsylvania. Welcome. Donnie Diaz in Katy, Texas. Martin Perez. Oh, no, that's a different program, sorry. Pamela Groff in Brunswick, Georgia. Welcome. Christopher Fields in Far Rockaway. Welcome to the groups. Mara Elena Medina Santiago. 4 words to your name. How do you spell that when you were little? Forest Park, Georgia. Bamidele Joseph from Lagos, Nigeria. I told you we get people from Nigeria. Eamon Sturgis, Royal Leamington Spa, Warwickshire, Great Britain. That's such a cool name. I love the UK, man. Especially the names. Warwickshire. UK. I'll tell you this you got me nostalgic just reading it. Get enough freedom that you can travel at least twice a year, man. At least twice a year, guys. If you ain't traveling twice a year, like unless you just love your house that much, I just feel like you're missing out on life, man. Just missing out on life. When I was 12, my grandma's German. She's from Germany. She took me to Germany and for a family reunion with all of her family. And it was like it opened my eyes to the world, and I've always loved travel. Thank God my grandma did that. She took me out of school, and I remember my mom or somebody being like, I don't know if you should get out of school. And now hindsight, I'm like, shit, you should have taken me out of school for 5 years and traveled. Your kids will learn more from traveling than school, period. I remember everything that I saw when I was 12 years old. We went to England, we went to France, we went to Germany, we went to Belgium. I don't remember anything I learned in school at 12 years old. Everything you need to learn from school, you can learn. Don't even get me started on that subject. Okay. Don't get me started on that damn subject. Pisses me off. All the wastage. Don't waste your youth on stupid people's ideas. All right. Kareem Tillman, Bayonne, New Jersey. Welcome to the group. All right, somebody wants me to review their website called westk.com. Okay, let's see. westk.com. Westk. Yeah. What is up in West K? Not familiar with. Okay. Coolest gadgets. All right, you got a gadget site. I tend to like gadgets. Just you got lots of stuff. So it looks like you're drop shipping. So one of the things that I think is the most important? So it's just shop our favorites. This isn't really your favorites. You should put a collection here, like on Farmer's Cart. Like we have like new in stock.
Now be pulling from that or any of the other business
trade line refund.
that can pull credit. Move on to number 3.
Put the weight on the bar?
Can you guys hear me? Here. Somebody on my team pressed the wrong button and unmuted everybody. So you have like 3,000 people being recorded at the same time. All right. Okay. Somebody got 5 seconds. No, that was like 100 voices. There's somebody still. All right. I'll mute this down. You guys can hear me and I won't. Somebody wants me to check onedrivingschool.com. I'm going to share my screen, just remind you here. I'm going to get off this call relatively soon. If you want this very important bonus of the one-on-one text coaching for the next 2 weeks to get you started, okay, you have to get in before I hang up this call. It'll be gone within a couple minutes of me hanging up. My team just removes it from the product bundle, so you don't get it. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing something else. What was the website that somebody wanted me to do? So I'm going to be here about 15 more minutes. You got Nihar Brombit, welcome to the group. Laloni Martin from Modesto, California. Luque Blanco from Ottawa, welcome to the group. Kyle Venter, Spring, Texas, welcome to the group. All right, so going back, somebody had a website they wanted me to check. What was it? One Driving School? Sorry, I lost it here. Yeah, onedrivingschool.com. Okay, let's look here. onedrivingschool.com. Please tell me this is a driving school business. It's not something else, right? Okay. Well, I don't like just showing people's hands. I've talked about this before. I'm not a fan of this. It's very busy right here. What web software are you using? Let me see something. Because that is not good software at all. Because it's allowing you to build a very messy website. Let me see this. Are you using like Wix or something? WordPress, WooCommerce plug. Okay. Yeah, this is not a good template. It's like, it looks like somebody threw everything on a page. It's also not compelling. Like, you got to think about psychology. Why am I going here? Probably because I want to get my license. That's my guess. I wouldn't put this up so high. This is more about you. I wouldn't put this so high. I would have right here a good, compelling reason. Why the heck do I want to go to you? A simple reason is you're the cheapest, or one of the cheapest, or you have the most hours available. You got to get why. Why do I go to your driving school? That's the question you got to ask. I'd move this kind of stuff up. Now, most people want to just get their degree, get their driver's license. So you should have the package right here. Get your license. Boom. $97. Get started immediately. And they click it. Big call to action button right there. You know, maybe a picture here of 100 people who recently graduated. Every time somebody goes and gets their driver's license, you know, they You take a picture of them, have them submit their picture. See, yeah, I don't like these kind of testimonials. They look fake. That's not a picture of Stacy N. I think these kind of testimonials, they don't do it. They, if anything, they hurt you. Frequently asked questions. Yeah, this is going to win an award for the world's most bizarre WordPress template. Where did you find this? This is insanity. It's like orange, white right there, and this, I feel, this is not designed right. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just going to be blunt so you get the point. You got to change this whole thing. I would start over, kind of. I would make it simpler, if anything. Can you suggest how to take a wholesale kids clothing business to e-com? Yep. Take my course, launch Shopify, use a 3PL to ship the stuff for you. Get some Facebook ads. Now, if it's a pure wholesale business, then it's a B2B business. I'd still want a website. American Apparel is a B2B business that makes, it's owned by Gildan now, and it makes a lot of money. Okay. Somebody said, I'm going to find my website designer. If that is a website, whoever told you they're a website designer and built that looks like a nuclear bomb went off at a website, Sorry. A different business has a little question for me. Okay. Clothing brand, Shopify, pod.elco.co.uk. That is too many dots. Our dating website's too saturated. No. If you ever come visit Jackson Wink MMA Academy in Albuquerque, sounds good. All right, what else do we have? Yeah. I'm going to go, and you got 10 minutes to get in and claim the bonuses. Michael Branch, welcome to the group. Aurora, California. Donnie Diaz. Oh, no, it was a different program, sorry. Emmanuel Metazir in Pompano Beach, Florida. Chris Gaddis, New York, welcome to the group. Nihar Brombat in Brawley, California. Laloni Martin in Modesto. Luke. Did I already read Luke Blanco? I can't remember. In Ottawa. Kyle Venter, Spring, Texas. Yeah, I can't remember. I've read these. Ty, how do I access the program? We've now filled the call form. Check your email spam. You'll get a welcome with your login info. You go to e-commerce certified specialist and you log in. We have live chat. Okay. So someone said doing a dating website during COVID-19 is a joke. That's, no, you're not right. Dating websites are all up. All their revenue is up. People just have nothing to do. So remember, women don't always like to meet right away. Guys might like meeting, but women like to just talk. Carl Anton, Lalita, Cataluna, Spain. Welcome to the group. I've been there. I haven't been to Cataluna, but man, I can't even read these global ones. I'm getting an itch to travel, my friends. So how do I ship goods from remote areas without access to services? Charles, if you live in Uganda, I'll give you just some words of advice. If it was me, I'd be selling stuff to Sweden or New York City, and I'd have it from a bit. People are still thinking in the old school model where, okay, I live in Uganda, so I have to sell stuff from Uganda to people in Uganda. No, you don't. That's the old rules. If you want to make money, get on the new rules. Okay? The new rules. How do you sell independent films direct to consumer? It's a digital product. Understand psychology. Know how to do strong hooks. There's something called hooks. Steven Spielberg was the master of hooks. Really good hooks. Any advice for real estate? Yeah. If you're a real estate agent, you want to get in this program to build your own personal brand. Your personal brand is a e-com service in this case. I'm assuming you're a real estate agent, you know? Okay, we got 7 minutes left to get in the second test group and get all the bonuses, the very important one. What's the last? Come on. elco.co.uk. All right, let me look at this website. Do a couple more, then I got to go. elco.co.uk. All right. Elco, E-L-C-O. Did I spell it right? Oh, with H-O, sorry. Elcho. Sounds like gaucho. Elcho.co.uk. Okay, let's watch. Let me share my screen. Looks like you got Justin Timberlake here. Free delivery, UK plus Europe, no minimum spend, COVID-19 causing delays. Okay. I'm not a fan of like cutesy bootsy stuff like this where it's like legacy. It's good you have a little pop-up. Fine. You know. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna answer. All right. It's too cutesy wootsy for me. Maybe if you were a multi-billion-dollar brand and everybody already knew you and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's a cool picture. That's great if you were selling cool pictures. But it's huge. This is your entire, like, they call this the God spot. This is where your money's made, my friend. You know? So, like, on Dress Barn, like, if you go over to the homepage of Dress Barn, we want it to just be, like, really core products that are selling and it's, like, so big you, like, can't even miss it. It's like, buy one jewelry, get one off. Banner, like, so, you know, if you want, this way is what made everybody bankrupt. All these brands that are like, oh, I'm going to do cutesy. The centric brands just went bankrupt yesterday. The licensee for like Tommy Hilfiger and all this stuff. I think it's Hilfiger. Because they have this approach like this, you know? So I've never understood it except you want to make money or you want to have an artistic website, whatever. Some people would rather have that, you know? So, okay, what other questions? Let me see if you're making any money here. All right, looks like you just sell lots of stuff. You throw the Elko on it. I mean, it's cool, but it also doesn't have, like, what is Elko? Like, why do I want Elko all over my, there's no, like, mission here. Is it a fitness brand? Like, what is it? Why do I want this thing? That's a very important thing. Also, don't put your Instagram like that. You want to click to link. You want to just say, you think anyone's going to, and never put an underscore. No underscores. People hate typing underscores. Never. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's like 1 out of 10. I don't like this. When I click in, what is this? It doesn't have a buy button. That's a mistake of epic proportions, I would say. Or maybe this is something related to social media. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't elicit a lot of emotion from me. I like stuff that has emotion, like on Farmer's Card. Like that makes people want to eat. Right there, it's like emotion. People start looking at that like, this site, sometimes we have like 5 ROAS. Here I have like a website, like I have a video of my farm and I'm showing people. Look, in troubled times like we find ourselves, this like elicits emotion. Here's a drone flying over my farm. I'll show you here. My internet's a little slow, but it's just like, it's like compelling. And you can't make money if you don't trigger any emotions. I launched on Farmer's Box. Here's like my barn. It's just like the thing where I got to update this video, by the way. I need to record a new one. All right. Read a few more names. You got under 5 minutes left. Those of you ready to change your life, learn something legit, like a real skill, not what they taught you in school. Luis Chavez, Tulum, Mexico, welcome to the group. Carlos Rodriguez, Everett, Washington, welcome to the group. Arnold Rapatalo, South Ozone Park, New York. No idea where that is. Christine Hassatuthi in Brampton, Ohio. Jessica Francisco, Katie, Texas. I think that's about it. I've got about a minute left. Would you recommend React Native for building e-com? React Native, is that a native ad platform? Somebody wants me to share the slide. Which slide? Just go to tailopez.com and click on the link at the top for the e-com port. Talk about the Facebook shop being launched by Zuckerberg. It wouldn't be good. That's going to be a big competitor to Shopify. It will be a bad day for Shopify's stock, I would say. Any recommended movie? Karate Kid, the original one. It's all about mentors. Read 5% is a good CTR, but of that 5%, what percent of them could you expect to buy? So CTR, I use EPC and CPC better than CTR. CTR's click-through rate, you can have an ad that has high click-through rate, like 10%, but it's like clickbait. So then when people go to your site, nobody buys. So it's much more about if I'm paying 80 cents a click and I'm making 90 cents a click in revenue, then I'm profitable 10% on day one. If that makes sense. So I don't think that's the right one. I think that's the wrong metric to really focus on. And the lower your price point is, the higher your conversion rate is, but you make less money. Your ICV, initial cart value, is lower. Do you have any suggestion about getting payments through e-com? Because in my country, Stripe and PayPal are not available. Yeah, there's lots of payment solutions. Google Global Payment Solutions. There's so many. There's paywalls that will have 20 plugins. Yeah. All right. How much money to start e-com? Well, the price to get in, under $500 to get in to get trained. You can build the site. I mean, you can get into e-com for less than $1,000 total. Some people get in for less than $500 total. The education part, the website part, and if you drop shipping or service, you don't have any upfront costs, especially with services. Okay. I will read the last people before I get off that are grabbing the bonuses. What do we got? Oh, wait, I went over 2 minutes. Oops. Antonio Garcia, East Chicago. Welcome to the group. Where is East Chicago, Indiana? I love all these places that are like Michigan, New York, and all this. Anyway, all right. I'm already past time. I appreciate you showing up, sticking to the end, and big things ahead. Talk to you soon.